Okay folks, this is Bill from Little White Dory, and today we're going to cook a beef tri-tip roast that we bought from a dude, from a guy out in Southold, or Cutchogue. It is Southold town, Cutchogue village. And the guy actually had his own grass-fed beef there. He had to send them up to Connecticut to be processed, and then they come back in cryovac. So, for what it's worth, this is a grass-fed, mucho expensive beef tri-tip roast. And we took one of our favorites that we got. We're in a Cajun mode. We got a dog named Gumbo. See, there's the dog. Say hello, Gumbo. There's Gumbo. And in honor of our friends from Louisiana that are dealing with wonderful weather this year, we're going to celebrate by having a nice tri-tip tri-tip roast covered in new-news. Oh yeah. All right, the original, nothing but the best. Danny, thank you so much for this stuff 1,000,000 times over. I'd never be able to tell you how many times I've used it and thought about you. So I trimmed just a little tiny bit of fat off. I'm going to go give that to the chickens. We're going to flip this over and I'm going to season the other side. Just a quick flip. Get that back in there. Give that one hand a quick rinse. Not easy to do one-handed when you're holding a telephone, right? So somewhere around here, where'd you put my towel? There it is. Gumbo, you hiding my towel? Are you waiting for things to drop? You just chillaxing? Gumbo's a good guard dog. You see that little green light? That tells him that he's under the control. He's got mind control. So I don't want to do this left-handed, but I guess I'll try. I'm just gonna cover this liberally. I always say you can't add flavor once you go into to roast, so put enough on now. You can always have a little less meat and add it to something else if you screw up bad. So there we go. Maybe a little more because the fat's gonna drip off anyway and get cut off. Let's see if we can. We'll put the cover on this and shake it around, get the ends. Yeah, that's plenty. Okay, so that's it. This is gonna sit for, it's 2:30ish now. We're gonna cook this up probably around 5 o'clock. So gives it a couple hours to sit and absorb some flavor. And we'll get back to you. Okay, folks, we're gonna pick up outside. We have the egg here at somewhere around 530, 540 degrees, which will drop down substantially once I put the meat on. I'm shooting for about 450, 425. And I was in the process of banking it down. I kind of brought it up a little hot. So we've got the vent mostly closed. We've got the top vents closed. We got the meat. Oh, that looks good. Maybe I should give that a shake before I put it on. Okay, so after a good shake and a good coating, you see we've got a nice, rich coating of new-news. Gotta look good, gotta look good. Yeah, we're coming down a little here. We're gonna open this up. They say you burp it a little first. Get that bubble of heat to kind of slowly roll out instead of taking off the hair on your knuckles. And then there we have it. I'm gonna get a brush. Just get a quick brush on this. And on goes the steak. The roast, excuse me. Right down the center. there you have it. So the temperature dropped initially now. It was open a little longer than I wanted to, but you'll see that she'll start climbing right back up, and there she goes. And I hope she's going to stop around 425, 450. And then we'll give her about 45 minutes, and then we'll be eating. Okay, so we got the cover back on. She went back up to 500. We just forgot that when you open this, sometimes that'll swing open, which it did. And now I'm just going to slowly back it down. Let's see. Give that a little, whoops, not that much. A little more. There we go. Slow that down. We'll slow this down, and we'll give it some time. All right, so in honor of the, I don't know, let's see, it was the Sapper Gardener. Rob, you had something about, maybe it was off-grid cooking or alternative cooking, I forget. So my contribution will be the big green egg here. I can't, I'm too tall. There's the big green egg, I got it going. I'll show you that it's got, let's see if we can get the temperature on that. We're just about 475. She's kind of zeroing in for around 425, 450. We have something called a tri-tip roast. You know, I'm sitting out here and I'm enjoying all the smells of the barbecue, and it's the wood burning, and next thing you know, I got a dog next to me. Next thing you know, I smell dog fart. Boy, did he let one rip. Don't get so close to the fire, huh, Gumbo? Wow, you could clear a room. So we got the big green egg a few months ago off of Craigslist. It was a great buy. 125, or I think the person wanted 150, and when I got there they wanted to reduce the price for me, so I think it was either 100 or 125, and it's like the whole full complete set. I don't think they used more than the first bag of coal that they bought with it, charcoal. So their loss, my gain, and it is a superb cooker, how you want to call it. It's a slow cooking Kamado grill. Love it, love it. My cousin had one. I was always envious, and now I have my own. I could see easily why the big advantage to the larger than the extra large. This one is an extra large, or maybe this one's a large. Now I forget, it's all confusing, but the bigger the better. The number of times you fire it up, you might as well fire it up for the bigger one. Ironically, I also have the baby green egg right here. This little girl. It's cute. And that's what I started out with, but when you find one for 125, you kind of have to take it. At least in my world, I had to. So we use the little one. It's great for burgers, hot dogs, even a steak. This one is great for, well, things like this. I'm going to do a 45-minute roast in here. And my temperature, as I come back around one more time, as you see, it's right about where I want it. 450 is okay. I would like to go a little lower. I could probably bank this down just a smidgen, and we'll see how that works. And we did. All right, folks, that's the next step. Okay, folks, taking another look in here. I'm trying to show you how you can read it. It's a little over 400, and we have it opened up. I'm trying to bring her up a little bit. She was doing good, and then we flipped and put some veggies on, so I thought I'd do a quick peek, get a temperature, and see where we're at. So we give it a little bit of a burp. Then we move it up without losing the fingers. Let's read the thermometer. Let's see what we got here. 111, 12, 114. A few more minutes, we think. Okay, a few more minutes, maybe 5 minutes more. We'll be back. Okay, just a few more minutes, and we'll be taking the tri-tip roast off the big green egg right there. We're cooking it at around 425, between 400 and 450, I would say, but right now 425. And this is a steak or a roast that we bought from a grass-fed farmer he crosses or he grazes the beef in his place out in Southold or Cutchogue on the North Fork of Long Island, and then has to send it up to Connecticut for processing for USDA approval. So 2.6 pound roast, and it looks amazing. I'm going to show you a picture of it in a few minutes. I'll cut it in, but just wanted to say this looks like a great time to have a good roast. Okay, we got the oven. Oops, it's hard to see with that light. We're about 425 degrees again. We've been there for about 5 minutes. We had 115, and we're there for about 125 to 130. Let's take a look. We're good. All right, I'm gonna take this one off and go get it cutting. Okay, so now it's off the flames in the kitchen, covered, and it's gonna rest for 10 to 15 minutes, and then it's time to carve and eat. Okay, let's see, I'm looking for the grain, which I believe runs this way. This way. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Just cutting nice. Might be a little bit overdone, I don't know. It's kind of nice and juicy though. See that? I guess my cameraman has no voice.
Camera person, dear. Camera person.
Person that holds a camera, hon.
Sexist.
Person that holds a camera does that. I'm liking that.
People first language, yes.
Wow. There's the piece that everybody wants to grab.
Stop. You done?
No, I'm not done. If you're not taking it, I am. Wow. That's really good. Thanks, Danny. Love the news. Okay, so if I come out now, it's been about 2.5 hours since I came out and pulled my food off, but the grill is still at 300 degrees. It'll probably stay at above 250 for another 2 hours, and then by tomorrow morning it'll be completely cooled off. And that's the end of the story for this cook. Y'all have a good time. Bye-bye.